Hello and welcome to the Violet Sanctuary Spa. I'm Tia Johnson, your spiritual consultant, and today I'm going to talk about actually providing a oracle card reading for a general theme of the month. My Facebook page, I posted a status asking the people if they were interested in me doing a monthly reading, just providing a general theme, and the response was yes, we'll definitely look at the video. So I figured, okay, I'll go ahead and do it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to use Stephen Farmer's Earth Magic Oracle card deck. I am a big lover of elementals and all that good stuff, so I figured why not start with a deck that focuses on a lot of elements. So I'm just going to shuffle this deck and see what's in store for us this month. Oh, that's good. One popped out there. All right. Okay, so I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 cards here, and we're going to talk about them. So, the first one, Green Man, Synergy. Cool. So I'm just going to hold this up here. Alright, so what I'm getting from this card is that this is a time to be in sync with a lot of things, and mostly because we're approaching the end of the year, so we're going to see a series of cycles ending. So the things that resound or resonate with us the most are the things that are going to be staying with us. So wherever we are in sync with are the cycles that will be staying. It will be a little bit longer, but eventually it will come to an end, because cycles do come to an end and new ones start. So also the main color here is green, and that's associated with earth element, with healing, and with the heart chakra. So you see how these elements begin to play into this month's general theme of being in sync with things, and also going to the parks and visiting trees, or you can bring the trees to your home, but you really want to start connecting with nature and focusing on things that are coming whole this time of the month. Okay, the next month, ooh, Love, Compassion. This is so cool. It's a heart and two hands coming together. This can mean a lot of things. I mean, if you got engaged recently, you found a boyfriend or girlfriend or anything like that, this is pretty cool. This is just one example of a theme of this month, of things to come. So from this card, we see here that again it's a connection, but also to focus on things that you are compassionate about, things that bring more love to your heart. And I like to think of this as something like a coming of a full circle. Now, don't think of this as something like you have to divide your time among people. You know, like I devote 30% of my time to myself, 50% of the time to my family. No. Just think about all the things that are in the pie of love, so to speak. So what's all inside this this pie that makes you feel whole, that brings more love into your life? And again, that's just another piece of the puzzle of this month, of figuring out things that you are in sync with, things that are coming whole, and a transitioning period, things that are no longer good for you, how that can begin to phase out your life, and new things come into your life as we are approaching the new year. And the next card is New Moon, Promise. This is pretty cool as well. It's a couple here, so we're seeing really lovers lane here, a lot of love going on. So we are seeing the element of water here. Now we just saw the element of earth, and then we have the element of water. So when I think of water, I automatically think of intuition. Here we have lovers looking at the river. The sun is setting, and then there's a moon here. And Also, we are approaching a full moon. I believe on the 11th we will have a full moon. So let's think about things that happened since the new moon, and things that are happening approaching the new moon, or excuse me, the full moon, and then the next new moon. And also the full moon will take place around the 11th, which is a very special day. It's 11/11/11, and the 11s represent various things, from a rite of passage, you're passing on through gates, spiritually wise. The number 1 represent keeping your thoughts high and positive, because you're going to begin to attract a lot of things. So here we see lovers looking upon the river. What I want you to think about is things that you are loving, that you're in sync with, but also think about cycles, because again, this is the second to last month of the year, so you should see things coming together. So here we see couples coming together. We saw the hands coming together. Things are coming together this month. So really keep that in the back of your mind, that things are coming together. Things are coming whole, coming together. You're going to be in sync with a lot of things. And things that you aren't in sync with so much, you're going to see that fade away, because this is a time of things coming together. So you're going to see a lot of transitioning, a lot of changes taking place. And the next card is Gaia Nurturing. This is so cool as well. See Gaia, Mother Earth, or Mother Nature, just overlooking the valley. So here, what I'm getting from this is there are things that you need to focus on to continue nurturing, because in cycles it has to end, and you don't stop nurturing something just because you're almost there. It's just like if you're finishing a race, or if you're going to finish a race, you're going to see it to the end. You're not going to just stop because you think things are okay. No, you want to make sure that you see it all the way to the end. So in the cycle that's ending, you want to make sure that it ends, or that is something coming full turn. You want to make sure that it happens that way, and think of it as a seed that you plant. You plant the seed in the ground, you water it, you make sure it has the proper sunlight, and when it starts to blossom a little bit, you don't stop there. You still make sure it gets the proper water and sunlight, and then once it fully blooms into a flower or whatever, you still nurture. You still want to make sure that the leaves and the petals, everything is nice, stuff like that. So when you're thinking of the cycles for this month and transition, you think about what you still have to nurture. What do you need to say? What do you need to do? For example, if a relationship is ending, what do you need to say? What do you need to express? Do you really need to have to say, like, it's over? You know, and with the passive aggressiveness that's taking place, what do you need to do or say? What's the last bit of nurturing that you need to do throughout this month to complete the cycles? And next card is Iceberg Submerge. Oh, okay, this is cool. When I see an iceberg, I think about what's just below, because that represents the subconscious. Now, when we are busy doing and acknowledging our cycles, we acknowledge a cycle, but we need to focus on the process of the cycle. For example, how you got from A to Z. So think about that. Like the iceberg, take time to just halt, but just like drift slowly. Really take the time to just to just take a couple steps back and realize what just took place, because you can appreciate the transition just that much, where you get to see what's going on, and create an intuitive journal if you must. Take the time to write the things you experience, things that happen. That way you can really see exactly what took place, and you can appreciate it a lot more. Trust me, I have an intuitive journal, and when you begin to write stuff down, you can see yourself, say 6 months ago, and then 6 months afterwards. You get to see how you changed. Then you get to see the transitioning and other cycles that took place, and some cycles do come back. So I don't know, say your goal was to lose weight, you lost the weight, but then you gain a little bit back, so you're going to get in the cycle again of losing weight. Some cycles are okay, they come back, and that's fine. There's nothing wrong with that, or another cycle could be you got back together with your ex. Is another cycle. The cycle is more familiar, but it's a cycle nonetheless, so you get to really focus on that. So the submerged card, things you may not notice. So like I was saying, you may not notice it's a cycle, you may not notice a transition, but it is happening. So that's why I suggest that you have an intuitive journal, so that you can begin to write down your transitions, or write down the happenings, and then you get to realize that it is a cycle, it is a transition, and you can see how you grow from there on out. And the next card excuse me, is tree and grounding. And this is really cool because this is really starting to tie into what I was talking about earlier. If you have a seed and that you're nurturing, you get to see it grow. And here we see the roots, and then we see an actual tree grow, and then you get to see all the other branches, and those branches could be all your experiences that took place. So we really are seeing that this month is really about cycles, transitioning, being in sync, and expressing more compassion and love for things that you are in sync with, for things that you really do enjoy. And the last card we have here is Tsunami Wake Up Call, and it has a full moon there. So there you go. That's really cool because we're seeing the element of water again. So we had earth, water, and earth, and now we have water again. So we are seeing two really strong elements here that are helping us throughout this month of transitioning. Water is very great element here because we're going to be dealing with the ebb and the flow. You know, we're going to be ending one cycle, beginning another one. We're going to be transitioning out of certain things, and the earth will keep us grounded while we're doing this, so that we don't fall off track. And if we do, don't worry about it. It's okay. You can always get right back on track. That's the beauty of it. No one says because you get a little lost along the way that you got to be lost forever, you know. So definitely think about things that are that you are in sync with throughout this month. Think about your cycles. Think about the transitioning that's taking place. So there are a lot of great happenings this month. Definitely focus on that full moon. That's really going to be a big help to help you with your cycle and your transitions that's taking place. So thank you for tuning in. You have a wonderful holistic day.